The next great resource for local weather is now available.
DigitalWeatherDesk.com is your source for up-to-the-minute local weather. Add DigitalWeatherDesk.com to your favorites, download our app, and follow me on social media. The Digital Weather Desk, powered by Century Next Bank.
Hey everybody, welcome in to the Digital Weather Desk powered by Century Next Bank. What's next for you? Visit cnext.bank for more, the exclusive banking partner of the Digital Weather Desk. Not a whole lot going on this Thursday morning. Joining you a smidge, actually pretty much right on time. A little after 7:30 on this Thursday. I-20 seems to be moving smoothly. Pretty straightforward look at the forecast. I don't really expect a lot of significant changes. We do have a weak cold front, so some cloud cover, maybe some spotty showers as we go through the day. But overall, most of us generally stay relatively dry and also warmer than normal for this time of year. By the way, full disclosure, fair warning, this is one of those Thursdays that has immediately already felt like a Friday to me. So if I allude to the weekend a little bit more often than normal, it's because I feel like internally it's Friday to me. I'm working tomorrow. It's not like it's not like there's anything that would prompt or elicit that emotion, but it feels like Friday. It's not. It's Thursday. Temperatures are in the mid-60s, upper 60s in some spots at this hour, even the low 60s across portions of the Mississippi Valley. 62 in Greenville, 65 in El Dorado, 66 in Monroe, still hovering near 70 in Natchitoches. Visibility is fine for the time being, and I don't really expect fog to be a big problem in our area, but again, as you head out and about, just be extra cautious on the roadways. Winds are out of the south and southwest, 5 to 10 miles an hour, and I would expect those winds to pick up generally in the 10 to 15 mile an hour range again through the course of the day. Day planner made possible by the Monroe Chamber of Commerce and Leaders of Change. Learn more at monroe.org. Again, mid-70s generally this afternoon. Could see the upper 70s with some helps and some peaks of sunshine. I don't really count on a lot of breaks in the clouds today, but they're not completely out of the question. Other than that, temperatures continue to trend well above normal for this time of year. Janice, good morning to you. Thanks so much for joining in. Infrared satellite doesn't appear to show much, but there is still some low and mid-level clouds that are rather present across the region. In fact, as you look back toward the ArkLaMiss, you can see the gap between the low clouds and the actual clearing skies. So most locations continuing to run into the headache of those low clouds that just kind of are pesky, they linger, and they continue to alter the forecast somewhat to a certain degree, and that shallow moisture may be what helps scour out a few brief showers across the area today. Your radar made possible by Brown's Roofing shows the shower activity generally focused across the southeast along our weak boundary as it advances through the region today, but again, not a lot of low-level forcing in the atmosphere and not a lot of lift in the environment. So for our area, while we do have a lot of shallow moisture in place, it's not really generating rainfall. Jan agrees that it is that it feels like a Friday. Good morning, Janet. So yeah, it's not just me. It's Thursday. It feels like a Friday. Futurecast made possible by Bayou Power Sports. I-20 frontage road in Monroe shows the potential for some showers as this weak cold front advances through the region and stalls. In fact, I think the best chances of rain in the short term will be tomorrow morning. Could see a shower or two today. I kept the rain chances generally in the 10 to 20% range depending on location, and kind of keep them in that regard tomorrow morning, perhaps up to 30% in our southern parishes. That boundary stalls, then retreats back to the north as a warm front through the daytime hours on Friday, winds back out of the south, and that sets the stage for our final front to advance through the area on Saturday. That brings another chance for a brief opportunity of a few showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm, but I think that's really a potential that's going to stay well off to our east. And then that front will eventually bring some cooler, drier air into the region for Sunday and a reinforcing shot of cool air during the day on Monday that sets us up for a lot of areas to be below freezing going into Tuesday morning. And that's pretty much what I got for the forecast today. Cloudy and warm. A few spotty showers are not out of the question. Daytime highs in the mid to upper 70s. Winds will stay breezy out of the south-southwest. Lows tonight, upper 50s. Clouds continue, but we stay mild, all things considered. Again, temperatures will vary depending on location tonight because we do have a cold front through that's going to be kind of draped across the region. Cooler to the northwest, warmer to the southeast. Overall, still fairly mild and still above normal for this time of year. Look at the 7-day forecast made possible by 3B Hardware shows daytime highs falling back into the 50s behind Saturday's cold front. Don't be surprised if a lot of areas get hung up in the mid to upper 60s on Saturday. The front should move through relatively early in the day, and while the cooler air does move in pretty quickly behind, most of us will still stay pretty comfortable through the day Saturday. Not to say that 50s are uncomfortable, but it will be noticeably cooler for Sunday and Monday, perhaps a smidge breezy at times as well. Morning lows could drop below freezing as early as Monday morning, but most of us are slated to drop below freezing on Tuesday morning. Shouldn't stay there for a long period of time for most of us, but again, it should be worth noting, especially for anything that is bloomed early and things of that nature, that freezing temperatures will be a possibility for a brief period of time early next week, and then temperatures look to rebound relatively quickly. That's a look at the forecast. I do have a meeting this morning and trying to get the kiddo out the door. My wife comes back from being out of town for work today, so we've been in flux here at the Floyd household, but I will join you with your Too Long Didn't Read a little bit later this morning. Maybe not at 9:30 on the nose, but it'll be a little bit later this morning. I'll join you for a midday stream a little bit later today as well. And then, of course, our normal afternoon, evening stream, just to update you on the forecast as we go through the day and into the weekend. Again, I don't really foresee this to be a dramatic change in terms of rain chances. I don't see any, big changes, big tweaks to the forecast that need to be made as we go through the day. But we will continue to refine those rain chances as the newest data comes in. And then we'll also continue to refine temperatures because, again, the fact that some areas could drop below freezing while others won't on Monday morning is kind of a tipping point in the forecast that we'll keep an eye on. And then, like I said, we trend warmer through next week. Your fishing game later tonight. So just kind of a normal day, although it will start off a little off schedule as I get some stuff done this morning. Forecast is always available at digitalweatherdesk.com and on the Digital Weather Desk app, available for Apple and Android users. I'll check in with you a little bit later today. Have a great rest of this Thursday morning. It's Thursday. It's not Friday. It feels like Friday. It is not. Don't be misled. That is a day ruiner when you get halfway through the day and you're like, all right, weekend's here. And it is not. It's Thursday. And thanks so much for stopping by the Digital Weather Desk, powered by Century Next Bank, on this Thursday. Have a great rest of the day. I'll see you in a couple hours.
My name's Chris O'Byrne. I'm with Brown's Roofing. There's a common misnomer in the insurance restoration industry that taking an insurance claim start to finish is similar to remodeling a bathroom. Well, in fact, there's a lot of red tape on the process. Sometimes major adjustments are needed to be able to get the work done and get the work done right. It is very important for an educated representative to get with you today and walk you through this process start to finish. Your peace of mind is our top priority.